Alright, so today we're going to teach you all how to do a Proflex build. Really, if you want to change your strap right here to something like this, super simple. All you need is this. Maybe this one too. So, set the camera here. We got a few different angles going on, so as we move along, I will probably shift the camera. I'm trying out my new camera. It's a Insta360-3S, so we'll see how it goes. Kind of excited to use it. So, you got your Proflex. Everybody knows a Proflex if they're in paintball, or at least they should. This has been around for probably, I don't know, 30, 40 years, something like that. I think they're on their 40th anniversary. Alright. First thing I would say is do not be afraid of being aggressive with your mask. You can't hurt it pretty much. Again, it's been around for 40 years. I got it figured out. So, pull my lid off and we'll just start breaking it down. D-side paintball lid if you need it. Sunray lid. So, I'll do the first thing. Just rip off your frame. Just pull the bonnet down. Real simple. From there, I don't know if we're gonna change the lens. We just grab the top of the frame here, rip it out. Like there's nothing to it. We just keep ripping. Simple. Lens is out. Alright, so now we just have the frame, we have the bonnet ripped apart. Here's something that a lot of people don't know. Maybe I'll move you guys right here. So, right here, you have your flex hardware. Let me get you maybe a little bit more in focus here. You can see I've changed these grommets out. And that's really simple. You just get some side cutters, right? I got this guy, I haven't done it yet. Come up behind here once you have your bonnet off, and you just reach up under the grommet, put your side cutters, kind of pry it out, cut it. Super simple. And then you can change it to something like this. This is, I think, $8 on Amazon for 100 sets. Costs nothing. There's the info if you need it. So, got your hardware. Change that out for your chin strap, or take your chin strap off if you want. Now, everybody thinks you have to use tools to like change your ears or fuck around in a whatever way with the flex. You don't. You can just pry it back. And if you want to put it back on, you can just catch it at an angle, kind of work the screw back into place. It's simple. It's just like pressing in one of these Hormesis plugs that I got printed here. Right? Whoops. Right? Got this Hormesis plug printed out. Just plug it in there. Plug it in with the ear. It's pretty much just as simple. You just got to push a little harder or catch it at a different angle. Not hard to do. You don't need an Allen wrench to remove that, or a screwdriver. You really don't. Same thing with the ears. So since we're getting to the ears, let's first remove this. Gone. I didn't use a tool. Took nothing. Everything's fine. Your strap here, you just pull out. Again, Don't be afraid. Just be aggressive. Pull it out. Okay. Straps off. Alright, so now we have the ear hardware. Same thing. You can just pull the tabs out. Pull the tabs out. Come from the side and the ear will pop off. No problem. Now you got the ear off. You want to get it back on. Just come at an angle. Maybe you can't see this. Let's maybe move this. Come at an angle here. Got your ear. Little corner. Got your ear, or your frame. Little notch there. Just come at a corner, put the screw at an angle, and just force it in there. Work it sideways. It'll go into place. It's nothing. Then there's these little tabs right on the bottom there. You just align those into the same spot, force them through along with doing that. Okay. Ear back in place. All the notches and everything are in place. Screws in place, both sides. Again, not a big deal. Real simple to do. Alright, so now we got our ears off. Again, nothing. Ears off. Ears off. Down to a frame. We'll stick with this frame. To put a lens in, start with the nose. Shove the nose all the way forward. Some little tabs, notches on the lens, all around the lens, and some holes. Just start with one side, force that notch in. Go to the other side, same thing, force that notch in. Again, don't be soft about it, just force it in. So now I got this nose in place. I can just open up the mask, drop the lens in place on either side, right? Both tabs are now in. Then just work side to side, however you want to do it. Just slide it into its grooves here. Alright. Okay. Both sides now locked, and then lock the middle. Done. Simple. Alright. Let's put some maybe different custom ears on. So, there's a lot of ways you can go about this. I'm going to put a strap on. Nice little, maybe not that nice. Anyway, to put your strap back on your frame, you do not need a tool, which if you're going to use one, this is what I like to use. The only time I really use this tool, which is just a little plastic, I think this is from some vinyl I bought for like wrapping a car, 3M vinyl. This is just to get it into the edges. It's just a little plastic wedge, all kinds of applications for it, but something like this is best if you're going to use it on a strap. Dan Shelley, I think, uses his Yeti cooler bottle opener, which again is a good idea. But don't use an Allen key or a screwdriver. I think I just saw A&S Rory use a flathead screwdriver, which all it will do is put a hole in your strap, tear it up. I've seen a bunch of ripped up straps. It's real simple. So if you want to put your ear on correctly, you can go through the strap here. And I have the lens in. Oops. So I have the lens in, right? We can pull it out to make it easier to start that way, but I'm going to show you with the lens in, the hardest way it would be. You can just take here, maybe I'll zoom in for you guys. All right. So you just line your strap again in with the little notch in your frame here, right? Just line them up and just push, and it will give, and you just push and it will keep going, and then you reach back behind here and it's poked through, right? Now most of the time the foam is here, like this one, right? And it would be underneath here, same thing, and just grab it. I cut that out a lot of the time because there's no need for it. Even the new GI foam, they don't have that. But anyway, you just grab behind there and you pull it through. It's that simple. Super, super easy. Now you have your strap in, you set it into place, just yank on it, make sure it's nice and secure. If you're really OCD, you can make sure it goes under the tabs. I get into some OCD moments, so I do. Then, now you have that on here. You can slide your ear back up into the place. Push the little tabs into place. Go into your frame. Got your ears in place. New strap on there, right? Super simple. Super, super simple. Don't need an Allen key. You don't need a flathead. You don't need an Yeti cool, beer opener, which I guess maybe I should open a beer. Don't really like Coors, but it's what I got. Alright, so ear on one side. Let's go ahead and do the ear on the other side. That one's tight. So if you do want to remove your hardware, most of the time you can just take a Phillips, press on the back side where the Allen is, and push real hard, and it'll come loose and you can unscrew it. Sometimes you got to get the Allen key out too, but most of the time, even stock, it's not that hard. So let's maybe go right there. All right. So let's put this here on. All right. Strap through. Again, just line it up. Real simple. Push it through. Grab it from the other side, and it will pull right through. Nothing to it. Now, you're here. If you want a double strap, yeah. That might be a good choice. It's a black. All right. If you want double strap, you may need to use a tool like this. However, again, you should be able to just pop it through. So for me, I like to pull the strap kind of forward quite a bit, right? And then it gives you some excess room back there, right? And you take your new strap. Typically you don't want to also go through the ear, but some people do. Anyway, and you do the same thing. You should be able to just slide it through. Now this is when it becomes tough though, because we are adding two. So you can pop your ear off, kind of get it out of the way, and a lot of the times that's all it takes. And then now your other strap will come through, right? Again, I still haven't used a secondary tool, just my fucking hands. The shitty part about a tool, even though it's quick and easy sometimes, even though it's not that easy, is it tears up your strap. It does. Puts holes in it, causes strands, and then you'll see it fray through your strap. There's even one on this from removing the tag, and it will fray through and you'll see it. So I don't recommend a tool, but if you do, use something like this, and you should only need it if you're doing a double strap. Alright, so continue on. Put this side back in place. Okay. Maybe do the same thing here, just make it easy. It really is typically the easiest way. Pull the strap forward, of course. Push the strap through. Maybe I'll show you, just because sometimes you really might need to, depending on the thick straps or whatever. But same thing, I'll just lay it flat. Take this tool, and there's a groove where it's stitched. I find that groove, and because a Proflex is flexible, imagine that, I just flex the frame back and shove the strap through with the tool where the stitching is, because it's like the strongest point. And then once it's started, again, you can normally just push it a little bit and pull it through. All right, so that's now through. Pull that back, pull that back, and then get my ear into place. You can see I am being not soft with any of this. Alright. Double strap. That is definitely the year of double strap. Everybody seems to be rocking a double strap this year. And if you're cool, you gotta rock one upside down. Anyway, that's not really that cool, it's just an old school thing. So, got that. Let's go ahead and throw this guy on it and just line up the back and the posts on the bonnet to the backmost post, which probably everybody here knows. Same thing here to the backmost post. Alright, I'm gonna switch the camera again for a minute. Alright, and got locked in. Alright, push the nose in. Got a couple straps on that bad boy. Alright, so we need some hardware. Where did my... Alright. Release this plug. I'll just pop that bad boy right there. That bad boy right there. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and put your hardware back in there, but you don't really have to. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it on how to set up a Proflex. And if you need anything, you can see we got a D-side lid, which you can catch is perforated, but will still block out probably 90-95% of any rain. And then I have a solid version as well. And you got some ears. So if you want some ears or some lids, reach out to me. I will hook you up. Alright guys, thanks.